this drive about to get going. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. Steps away. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Here we go, here we go.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a 1st.
Go. 11.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. On 2nd and a long way to go. Burrow. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. 20, 10. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glad.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shut out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause...
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. And how about this for a start? This is out of bounds. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a 1st down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Looking to throw again on second down. Allen flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. The slot man in motion right. On third and long, it's Allen. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now back to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Gregory Rousseau drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. Fielded at the 20. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, Puck.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Allen now on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. This is brought in by the tight end, Tommy Sweeney. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They hand off to their big tight end. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson now. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this one is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Jackson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coaching is sometimes going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
They start the drive with Cook. Room here to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line, out leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A gain there of 21 yards. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Now Allen again. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Play action. Now it's Allen. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Jackson. And this is incomplete.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. Open man is Duvernay. And out of bounds right around the 20. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll send the tight end in motion left. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Tucker's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 14-3 advantage already, we'll see how much they want to try to push things, if at all. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Jackson on first down. And he rifles one incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Again, Jackson. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline. But what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Second and 7, operating from the 34. Now Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Dobbins, and he is going to lose yardage here. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Jackson now. Open man Watkins. Touchdown Baltimore. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Ravens have got it back to within a score.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
It feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
A big run there, 29 yards in the first. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. He's got it to the 43 here.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Middle. Half 85.
On 2nd and 7, Allen. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. He's got room at the 30. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Left side caught by Diggs. Touchdown Bills. Allen on target there to Stephon Diggs. And the Bills get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team is playing, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
And he pushed it right. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now Jackson on 1st down. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 64 yards. And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
56, 56.
Singletary again. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 49 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Five yards remain on 2nd down. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Now Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Allen going to go on 4th down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Jackson. Well, that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Here's Jackson. can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Throwing, Jackson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Now Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. Tucker's kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up the chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will be out of bounds. So, partner, that means we got some free football. We're headed to overtime. So the Bills going to be the first to get it as we are back underway here in overtime. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. All set up for them right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go right back to Singletary. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 81 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A give, Singletary right side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll try to run for this with Singletary. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Knox there, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Jackson to throw. Connects with Duvernay. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term, momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And it's 3rd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Jackson will throw again. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. 9 yards there on the touchdown run. So it's a win here for the Ravens, and it was just too much Lamar Jackson. He really played well.
Yeah, I thought this defense just didn't have an answer for him all game long. They tried to change things up, but he was always one step ahead. And he finished with over 300 yards passing and 2 touchdown passes as well.